In Torrington, Connecticut, May 4th, 1800, a boy named John Brown was born. He married Diane Thielesk in 1820 and they had 7 children. After she died, he married Mary Ann Day and they had 13 children. After the Kansas-Nebraska Act of 1854, the territory hung in the balance while supporters and opponents of slavery tried to gain control. According to the Kansas-Nebraska Act, people living in territory would decide whether or not slavery would be allowed in Kansas and Nebraska. Brown traveled through the East, urging to end slavery in Kansas and gathering money for weapons to help achieve the end. He thought the only way to end slavery was through fighting, even if it would result in the death of some people. In 1856, he led a raid on a pro-slavery settlement in Pottawatomie, Kansas, killing 5 men before escaping. He spent the summer in 1856 in New England collecting money for his fight against slavery. On the night of October 16, 1859, Brown set out for Harper's Ferry with 18 men and a wagon full of supplies, leaving 3 men to guard the farm. Brown's party entered town and easily captured the armory watchman. He allowed the midnight train to go through, and the train conductor sounded the alarm the next morning. Shooting broke out October 17, 1859, between Brown's men and local residents. By nightfall, Brown's group was trapped in the armory's engine house. All but 5 men were wounded. The next morning, Marines stormed in the engine house, slashing Brown with their swords. Of Brown's original party, 10 died and 7 were captured. On the other side, the victims included a Marine and 4 other men. One of them, a free African-American, was killed by mistake. Brown was jailed at Charleston. His trial took place a week later as he lay wounded on a stretcher. He was convicted of treason against Virginia, plotting with African-Americans, and first-degree murder. The court sentenced Brown to death on November 2nd. He was hung at Charleston in December 1859 with 4 of his men. Many people gathered to mourn his death.